Hola, hello, welcome to another episode, the Weshouldtalk series of bilingual Spanish-English conversation, host and producer by Yannis, Lobaina. And today I am so happy to have today a beautiful artist and friend, Poonam Sharma, with me. It's a really pleasure to me because I really love her artwork, and she's an amazing human being. And Poonam Sharma is from India, since she's a newcomer artist like me, and we met in 2017, long time ago. uh, yeah, long time ago, when we both were recipients the Art Star for Platform Art. We won a Microgrant, and since that, uh, we she was one of my wonderful guests in my documentary where the magic happened. And since that, our empathy has grown up since we met. And for me today is a really, I am so grateful to having you here. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Yannis. Thank you so much for inviting me. I've been seeing previous episodes of this documentary, and I think they're absolutely stunning. They're really good. You're really capturing the essence of this series. So I'm really grateful that you have invited me for this. And as you said, right, we met a long time ago, and it was through Art Stars. Like I think Julian, I remember he introduced us. And when I came to meet you for the first time, it was connection at the first time. Like it was kind of a spark, right? We both were like a spark when we met, very similar. And I really felt a lot of very close connection with you. So, and you're doing amazing work, truly. You're doing absolutely amazing work. So I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much. I have to mention, I thank you to Julian. Julian, uh, he was one that he said, "Oh, you have to meet Poonen and other artists who I will be invited here in this program as well." And but with you, I believe that we all, as a creators, we and as an immigrant, we have a very good contribution to this city, to Toronto, and and our art is very important to building our community, and that's when the your first connection. I remember you talk about that in my documentary, but today I would like you um, explain to my new audience how is your experience in transforming a community through the art. How was your first connection, and how you feel transforming your community?
So I came to Canada from India in 2013. So that time my kid was not even a year old. So, and when I came here, so it was really a big transition for me. Totally a big transition because I didn't know even a single person here. So when I used to like just go around and stuff, I felt that people are very welcoming. I never felt that like so close to community. Like everyone is so nice and willing to help the other person. So then I started knowing about the art sector in Toronto and around GTA, and all the art communities as well as artists and the non-profits like Toronto Foundation, Art Starts, and they all are so nicely designed to welcome an immigrant.
Yes.
The best part that I felt so nice and about that is that it was about my art. It was I'm a contemporary folk artist, so my art doesn't go with the normal art that happens around Toronto, right? That when I see around, it was very different. It was very different to understand because When I learned like multiple folk arts from back in India, so they are passed through generations. So they teach a different kind of abstract and tribal art, which have some kind of meaning and connection with the very, very old ancient cultures. So when you bring that here, it's like if somebody's accepting it here, that means they're accepting your culture, right?
Mm.
They are not just accepting the art, right? So that really felt so good. And it was just not appreciating the art. It was when my I applied for some grants and I applied for some projects, they were accepted, and I worked with the community. It really made me so connected immediately. It was an immediate connect that I felt. I thought it might take, like, for me, years to get connected, years to understand what Toronto and what Canada is about. But these kind of grants and these kind of programs that actually accepted me as an artist really helped me connect to the community at a very ground level. I involved many other Indian artists. I involved the every like community people who were not just Indian but also other immigrants, because the feel is the same. I feel the
Exactly.
feel is the same, right?
Exactly.
when
We
you
are
when you are like away from your roots and stuff, the feel is the same. So everybody feels the same, and it's not just somebody who's living for 5 years, somebody looking for 10 years, or somebody just came. So all of them have some kind of different connection. So these everybody, and there were some get-togethers as well as there were some artist meetups. So many things add. I definitely think that people also need to come out and feel
mm,
comfortable, but all of them do them let them, like, they give a medium to be comfortable for. So there is definitely a lot of medium. When I came, I would say I was very fortunate for that. So I had those medium.
it's
I
true.
don't know what's going on in COVID because
Yeah, COVID is another big subject. And
yes,
so I agree with you because for me it was the same feeling
yeah,
when we won the platform A
yeah,
for Toronto our council and Toronto, our star. It was like a big window
yeah,
to introduce to the community and also to get more support around and also feel you are here and you have a purpose to keep moving and having yeah is I always touch base with that because for me it was my window and my door and uh, to connect with you with other amazing artists around the city and also to have that confidence to keep going. That's amazing. That's really amazing. And also, I would like you. I know the story about the that mural in your neighborhood and your community. And I would like you to explain a little bit for the people who don't know how was that work you do the first mural. 'Cause it's beautiful. It's so beautiful with a lot of meaning inside. I know that. And I would like you to explain a little bit how was that first mural for you and for the impact in your community.
sure.
Yeah,
So you bring back the memories for me, Yanis.
it's the
Truly, they
it's
are
the
cherished memories.
it's the
Truly,
day.
I lived in St. Jamestown, Toronto, like for a very long time, and there there are many women there who come with their husbands, right? So sometimes it happens like husbands have the job, and the women usually leave their jobs. They take some time off, or they are with the kids. They have to take care of the kids, right? So they don't
Yes.
have any support there. So when they come, they have different kind of talents. And when I talk about as an artist, then definitely here everybody is not that outgoing, right? Everybody is not comfortable expressing themselves.
Right.
They feel very shy even though they are amazing artists, right? So I met many other women in my community. So I was very keen on going out and meeting people. I love meeting people, and I'm really missing that in this time.
I know.
So so I used to meet those girls and women, and what I felt is they need something to showcase their art. So I proposed that to Neighborhood Arts Network, and I applied for a grant. And the name of my project was Folklore Art Project.
I remember.
I designed based on folk art. art. So I invited all the people around the community who wants to participate, and you won't believe it was really overwhelming how much they wanted to participate.
Okay.
So it was a really small grant, but it really made a huge difference.
Of course.
And we were around 6 girls, and we just worked together on multiple workshops. We designed and we included 8 different folk arts around India and world. There was a few of my friends from Afghanistan as well, and
Mhm.
we tried to create a fusion. And what I felt was like when we came to Canada, right? It's like somebody comes from different area and goes in the flow, right?
Yes.
Another
The
one comes
river.
and adds in the flow. So my folklore was kind of a river,
I know.
and
I
in
love that.
that river, you remember that?
Yes, yes. No, I really love it. That's the reason I asked you today to explain because I really love the concept and visualize that flow, the river with each detail, each country. For me, was like a really tough because that's
Yeah.
wow.
It was a challenge. Yeah, it was a
I know.
challenge, but it was fun. So we included a lot of different type of folk arts and traditional arts in that kind of a river, and it was three-faced door, like wall. So we had a kind of flow and connectivity between them, and the best part was the harmony. So none of the object different like came out like that, right? Nothing dominated. It was kind of a flow where everything was in harmony, just like we are, right?
Yes.
So it was such a beautiful, and we worked very hard on that because the traditional art is like a small piece is worked a lot. It's not like a mural, it's more like a painting, right?
Yes.
So every small piece we had to work for around more than a week to get
Oh,
it done. So I'll share more pictures of that with
yeah.
you. So each small piece had a very detailed work, and we worked in like day night, and it was so hot that time in summers. It was so nice. So all the girls were very much interested and worked out on that.
But still, the people can see or visit the mural. Is there still
Yeah, yeah, it's
in the
there. Yeah,
community?
it's there. Yeah.
Exactly. Then
Yes.
we will say where is the mural, and they can see if they're here
Oh yeah,
in Ontario.
sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, my next question, Punan, is about when we both are artists and mother, and that's a big challenge as an immigrants. I always say that because we have to be aware it's not the same uh, for other mothers and artists, but have family around or have friends around. For us as an immigrant, it's more tougher, more hard to keep going and do our project. So my question is, how was your experience? How is your experience to balance the um, motherhood, and the artist practice? How you do that? I know how, but I will like we talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a lovely son. He's 8 now and very naughty. So, but very creative as well. So he is very energetic. And so when I started with my artwork, even though he has been very small, since he has seen that, he has been really very supportive. So I'm so fortunate to have a very supportive family. So my husband has been very supportive along with his work. He has always encouraged me to go out, and we have to balance, that's for sure.
Of course.
Like it has to be a mutual respect towards each other work, and there's a balance that we need to maintain, and along with when you have to take care of your kid as well. So it was definitely very challenging initially, but as I had a really good support system, so I was able to work. So many times it would used to happen when I said that I was when I came he was just a year old. So he didn't know what's going around, right?
Yes,
So I used to make him sleep around 10:30, close all the lights, go in the washroom, open the lights, and used to paint there. I was literally
or Washer is our studio. Yes,
we have a huge washroom, so there was a lot of space actually. You won't believe all my artwork, everything. I was just sitting there and I was painting there because that's the only place I can put on the lights.
exactly. I believe you. I do the same. That's our studio. For
Yeah.
me, yeah, it's a
I used to wait for that time that
studio.
my husband will be home, and then I'll be able to give my time to my kid, and then after that I'll be sitting in the night and almost like whole night until 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. I'll be just painting that because I used to get time to sleep with him, right, in the daytime.
Yeah,
So I utilize that. So that's how I started it. Then when he just grew up, and when he was 5 or 6, and he used to love whenever he used to hear that my mother is doing something that's everybody likes. So I used to take him to my mural sites, and he loved it when anybody walking by says good job or it's so nice, it's beautiful. He felt so proud, and now itself, like, he's 8, he understands a lot of things. He's very supportive and he loves it. He feels very proud, like
of
more
course.
than me. He is the one who likes it so much.
It's true.
So
It's true, and I think that that's the reason because we connect our kids with our process. We are creative, and they are like our thing, no, as well. Yeah, it's the same with my daughter. She's so proud. She tell all the class, "My mom is a writer. My mom is a filmmaker. My mom is a photographer."
yes.
I said, "Oh my God, it's like my agent." She tell everybody, "Do that." But yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I understand because we have like a distant um, relationship with our daughter, our sons. And yeah, it's amazing. Um, I would like to ask you one question. It's a very general question, but I really love because sometimes help us as an artist and having a vision. To asking if you have some female artists who is inspiring you, or can be back home or here in Toronto. Uh, yeah, which one is your inspiration, or where you come with an inspiration which you inspired by somebody who is a female artist? That's a
No,
complicated question if you want.
that's a very tough question actually, because that's my problem actually. That's my problem. I tell my husband, like, just like all other artists who are actually very expert in their own thing, right? I am very versatile. Like, I get impressed very quickly for any kind of art. Whenever I can see any art, right, I get so inspired and mesmerized with that. I'm like, oh my God, she's so good. Oh my God, she's so nice. So it's just not possible for me to pick one because I
I
love
know.
everyone's work. I truly love it, and each art inspires me every day. And even I get inspired by performing art, people like artists. Many people, like, I really get inspired. And honestly speaking, right now my inspiration is you,
Oh,
because you are doing amazing. Like, I get inspired because I feel connection a lot, right? So you're doing so good. You are actually even this COVID time, right? It's I feel like it's had been like devastating for art industry. Even then, we are trying to cope up, we are trying to survive. So that is what inspires me. So more than art, I feel that artists as people are way stronger than any other. I don't want to compare. I'm not saying anything, but I do feel artists are very strong people. Like, they have a really strength in them that keep them moving in any difficult time. I'm
you're
not sure
right.
if I answered
No,
your question, but
no, you're right, and that's one of my question because in this time I feel like kind of uh, we can be having like a more important in this time highlight all the work we do as a artist, as a any keep doing and put our word out and keep building community. That's the most important thing as well. And yeah, thank you so much, because for me it's very important keep my community alive, or and or multicultural community. I always say, because it's not only my Hispanic community, even English is a barrier still. I feel like we have to keep speak in English and connect with other, like a river, connect with other culture, because it's amazing. Yeah, I love rivers. I love water. Um, yeah, thank you so much, Poonam. Yeah, it's beautiful. I would like to ask how how your artist practice or vision has changed since you arrived Canada. That's a general question, but I think I remember in my documentary you say back home you do a different art, and here you change. Like everybody here, me too. I changed my way they communicate.
Yeah.
How have been that change?
So when we are
Pardon.
when we are born and brought up there, we know people around us. They know us, right? So it's not a start from scratch. Here, when we start from scratch, so the first thing that I learned here was grant writing. I didn't know anything about grant writing till I came here. So that was something that new that I learned. And while writing about grant, you try to think through more about how it is impacting the community around you. What I felt is that uh, how it changed was I was very much uh, thought process was towards myself when I was painting back home. It was about my art. It was about kind of me, like how am I able to create for me, right? Here, when I came, it changed because I tried to include what people around me also might need to put in. Because when I started creating murals, the murals, I'll create a mural. For example, I came to somewhere near your area, I create a mural, right? That is not about me. Because if I think about myself, I'll just create that and I'll go back to where I live. But you are supposed to see that every day, how it inspires you, right? So the art style could remain the same, but the essence of that mural and what it says, how it communicates with the people around is huge, huge impact, right? So that's what I changed. Like it's, I would say, I really a thought process changed rather than execution. It was more of a thought process, just evolved for me. It became more mature, more open. That's how it happened because that's what happens when I am in India, right? Then I talk to all the Indian people. When I'm here, I'm talking to you, right? You are right. I'm talking to you who are from other background. I'm talking to somebody else who's coming from some other. It really opens up your mind. It really gives you so many different perspective. So it really helped me understand from other people's perspective rather than just my own. So I would say it really made my art mature.
I agree totally with you, because I think as a immigrant artist, we have that feeling in our art. It's more now, I am more involved in, as well in the community visions, and also in my writing and my photographing. All I try to convey or marriage a little bit my community, and it's something happen like a natural. It's not something you're planning to do. It's like
Exactly.
a coming like a the flow, no? And yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. And that's the reason I love the mural you do, because you put your your print. I can see your mural when I saw the pictures. I can recognize without see your name your art there, uh, your practice is there. It's like the tells that your culture as well, and it's different the other artists I saw with the same background from India. So I really love that, and yeah, I would like you. explain to a little bit to my audience today that we should talk about how this mural, this work, the mural, uh, have been um, important to the community, because you only don't work in your community in around where you live. It's in, you put the the bicycle. How you call the last one you do?
Yeah, the barricades. Yeah, yeah,
Various.
yeah. The
I really love
barricades.
that.
Yeah.
That's amazing project. So please tell me, how is that experience to work in different formats and different places?
It's actually very different, and it's always a little challenging when you work in different heights and different shapes of murals that are expected. So when I work with Cabbage Town mural, I
Mhm.
work with Michael Cavanon, so he's an amazing artist as well. So when I worked on the Cabbage Town, it was more than 14 feet high and 56 feet
Oh
long.
my God. Yes.
So that was huge work, right? And that
Mm.
was the first time I was trying to do such a big work. So it was really very challenging, but I had a really good support, like with Michael. He is very experienced. So I had that thing. So he helped a lot and he put in his experience. So that's why we had a wonderful execution.
Mm.
And every moment is like really cherishable. And it was really executed and it's still there and it looks lovely. So I
Yes.
feel very proud of it because and I have been so lucky on that, Yannis. I won't see what happened after that. And a year later, I got a call from TTC, and they told me that they are going to print and they have going to choose some murals from each area to be printed on the last set of the
Yes.
pass, TTC
That's
pass. Okay,
amazing.
and they said that in we will be doing in December. We'll be choosing Cabbage Town mural. So are you and Michael okay? And I was like, are you kidding me?
That's beautiful. Yeah. It's so,
That is like, I was not able to sleep that day. It was so awesome. And that is the last EDC pass in the last month. So
really.
December,
Oh my God.
yeah. So that is the last pass of that year. So whole year there were different murals, and the last one they selected was Cabbage Town.
Mm.
Oh, I was so happy. I have a copy of that. I don't have it right now, but I'll send you a picture of that. So
Yeah.
that is
Yeah. I
okay.
saw it. The picture and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. So that is one experience. Then these barriers that I did last year, and last year also I did a water mural that
Mhm.
was on near the water hoardings. That was again a huge one. So those two I got pretty much at the same time. So the barrier one was all I think only 2 feet or 1.5 feet from the
Oh.
ground, and it was a very long one, and
Mhm.
has to be done both the sides. So it was a little challenging because when a bike rider would bike, then he'll be able to see from top, from the side. So it has to look good from all the sides. It's just not the
Yes.
front that we usually do. So that is was a little challenging, but when I started working on it, it was really fun.
I imagine.
So
Your picture is look like it's really you enjoy and do like it. You
oh yeah, I really enjoy
you
it.
adopt
Yeah.
like a two, no? Two or three we have. Right. Okay. So let's keep in. Yeah, I really love that experience, and let's go to maybe fix a little bit back
In the
because you know
middle
the
of
pandemic now
yeah. So,
in summer.
yeah, right. So I was talking about the water hoarding mural and the barrier moment that I did last. So water hoarding was a quite big one. That was again around like I think more than 35 feet by 10 feet, and I did that. So that was very fun project because I there was like a lot of other artists who
Mhm.
came along, and there were graffiti artists as well. I love graffiti as well, even though I
Yeah.
don't know. I want to learn that. So I saw so many artworks, different forms that worked there. And simultaneously, there was a barrier project, bike barrier, where I worked. And it was, as I mentioned, it was only 1.5 feet from the road, but the challenge it has it was will be viewed from more by the bike riders from the side as well as from the top. So the design should look like something it's like flowing on that barrier rather than just on the sides, because we will not be seeing from the front. So that is how I designed it,
Like a
and I took
two
very
dimensions,
cute
no?
elements.
Look like a
Yes,
two
correct.
dimensions. Yeah.
So yes, exactly, 2 and 3 dimension in that. So I try to have like a very cute little birds, and there was mostly the landscape items. So all those I combined together in the folk art form, and that's how I tried to. So the color palette was so vibrant
I
that
love it.
I love vibrant color. I love vibrant. Like I cannot go with even though I do appreciate and I really love the pastel look.
Hmm.
But whenever I try to do pastel, turn back again to the vibrant. So
Yes.
that is the problem. Like I turn to vibrant again.
It's
So
your
my
culture. Your culture is
Instagram,
colorful. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, it's very colorful. I try to go a little like dull sometime, or sometime I try to do, but just can't. Like mine is has to be very very vibrant. I love vibrant colors. So that's how it was, the barrier one, and it came up really good. I really love that the way it came, and so it was fun. When I was doing it, my kid was sitting beside me, and sometime he was dancing on the. There was a huge ground where we were painting.
Uh-huh.
I just had songs on, and he was just dancing around. So he also was having fun, and
Oh,
we were also having fun together.
that's beautiful. No, and you never know. Maybe he becomes an artist. You never know. Have a very close influence at home. So we never know what they they can pick that for an own creation. No, I think.
He plays
Um,
music. He's less into drawing and
oh,
painting, but
yes.
he's too much into music.
Oh,
So
that's
he
good.
plays piano.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he loves. He's good at that.
Oh, like Amelie too, my daughter, Amelie. Um,
Oh, is it?
yes, she loves piano. Once she loves like in that age, 7 and 8 years old, we love all. It's we're like jumping around the.
Mm.
She's in ballet and piano, and she loves painting. She loves many other artists.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's so cute. And yeah, uh, the other question I have for you, let me see, is relative with the murals as well. How uh, have been your experience around the female who made mural? Do you see the city still uh, value or work as a mural artist, female or woman? How do you the moving is uh, how is that connection, or is a lot of women who do mural? I know for mural roots, I know having a big group, but well, I would like to see. I would like to hear your experience. Have been.
Um, so I would say in Toronto, GT, and everywhere, people are very cooperative, and people are very they help. They are willing to help, right? So as a woman, when we start painting murals, I feel like we connect to the community way intensely. We are willing to understand. We are open to other ideas as well, right? So I feel but in general, like I don't feel much difference as a woman and a man who paint murals and stuff. But overall, I feel that art in general is quite underestimated,
Yes.
because not as a women or women, I don't feel very lot of difference. I do feel we are quite both get the right time of opportunities, and sometime when I see there are many grants who actually accept women artists, right? So there
Yes.
are things that promote women to come up and to work and to present their, right? There are many galleries who accept. There are many organizations and nonprofits who does that. So it's absolutely good. It's not that kind of challenge or difference between men or women. I don't feel that. But in general, I do feel that art itself even though after all these opportunities, still, if you see the situation right now, I feel that artists are struggling.
Yes.
They are struggling truly. Like, sometimes I feel that they are bleeding. It might be very harsh to say that, but artists are bleeding. Right now, if you feel this COVID situation, it has come on the art industry like a storm, I would say.
Yes. It's true.
I can feel the pain, because what has happened is, like, traditional art forms and traditional way of murals and stuff and meeting people, networking,
Yes.
has all of a sudden came to an halt. That kind of networking that used to help the artist, right?
It's
It
true.
has really stopped. The people who were not very comfortable on technology or for the social media, not everybody is very open, right? They
I
are
know.
shy art. They at least used to come on networking and they used to talk to people, like Toronto Art Foundation or many other art organizations and institute. They used to have a lot of networking issue,
I
and
know.
you won't believe how many people we used to make connection with, which is the most important thing.
I
We are
know.
losing that here. Like, it's not at all there. Like, there have been some Zoom meetings and stuff, but the people who are not good with technology, they don't have all this luxury of a good internet and stuff. So it has really, like, hurt them bad.
Yes.
And I would say something should be done way more quicker than expected. Maybe we are in a future in a jerk, right? We were not supposed to be in future all of a sudden, but we are, with a jerk, we are thrown in future where everything
Exactly.
would be virtual, right?
Yes. Oh my
I
God.
had been sitting near you having a cup of coffee, right?
Yes.
We are so far.
I have a
So,
tea.
but I'm so grateful and I'm so glad at least we are able to talk through technology. But still, I guess the artists need some really strong support system that could help them again evolve from this. They deserve something better.
No, I totally agree with you. And for me, as artist now, I feel that we miss that as well. Even I am good with the technology, and I try to connect through that. But yeah, I miss to sit down in the bus. It's something
I
weird,
know.
but I miss to be in the bus because the bus for me is like another window of inspiration. I observe the people. I love to see how the people talk, and I go there to sit down only sometimes 1 hour around to see the cats and take pictures and or write about the. I find stories all the time there, so I miss that. It's true. The COVID, this pandemic, have been hit our creation as well, and yeah, it have been very challenging to find the inspiration all the time. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's good that sometimes. Well, it's like I try to see the positive all the time. I say that all the time because I am kind of uh, try to see the light
Yeah.
in bad moments. So I changed a little bit my and this time my maybe kind of philosophy. I try to enjoy what I have now, or try to enjoy my time with my daughter, or my neighbor more. And now I know more my neighbor, the landscape, because I be more outside, go downtown or go around the city and know around my neighbors. So now I know each tree in my neighborhood. I know every how the landscape looks. So that helped me a little bit to see the other hands, no, in this very bad moment,
But
issue
yeah.
in this COVID time. So, dear Punan, another question I have here for you is um, almost to close our meeting or conversation a little bit. We can keep talking about other stuff, but I will like don't forget this question is um, what kind of message do you want to pass to a new generation, the immigrants or older? If you have some message for that, for um, for the new generation, the newcomers or all the new immigrants. If you think about that as a human being or as an artist or as a mother, what is your message or tips or whatever you want to?
Well, I feel somewhere I was watching some movie or something, and in there was some conversation going on, which really stays in my heart. So what I felt is when we are young. So I this could be a message for the youngsters when I talk to my kid or youth right now and anybody, right? So or the immigrants. So when we are young, or then that time we feel very uncomfortable if we are different from others, right? It could be for any reason you feel different, right? It could be your looks, your body, your language, or the way you identify yourself as a gender, or it could be anything, right? Because of which you feel different, right? Don't be shy of that, because you know what, I want to tell them that when you grow a little older, this is the different that will set you apart.
So,
When we grow, when we grow, then we want to be different. We don't want to be in the crowd, right? We try hard, we work so hard to be different. When you feel different, stay different. Be proud of the way you are. Whatever culture you embrace, whatever language you embrace, whatever uh, values you have, whatever you feel for yourself, don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. Embrace it, be proud of it, and stay with it. Love it, right? Give kindness to everyone. Kindness is very important, very, very important. So you have to be kind with yourself as well. Before you are kind with, be kind with yourself. If you'll be kind with yourself, you'll be kind with others. So don't be shy of being different. Like, be happy the way, the nature, your culture, your parents, how you have grown up. Be proud of what you are. Like, you'll be happy, and you'll be, I trust me that when you grow up, you'll be happy that you're different.
wow, that's so beautiful, and I am totally agree with you. And it's true when we embrace or way the being as a human, we can be more free. That's the whole point of, and yeah, it's true, because we are or we are the one who hold back ourselves all the time.
Yeah,
So
true.
it's true. You talk very very true. Uh, I would like you tell me now, and what are you working on now in this moment? What are you planning for post COVID time, or just now? What do you do? What how you keep creating? And yes, whatever you want.
Uh, Honestly, I've not been thinking about post COVID, because the way things are going, I feel we need to adapt. The best part of being human is I feel we need to adapt. We need to learn from our situations, and that's what I'm trying to cope up with. Right now we are at home, so I'm giving the best time, having the best time with my family, so I'm enjoying that. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for God, and that I have the time with my family. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm enjoying my time with my family. I'm so glad that I'm able to see my kid every day. I can see, I can feed him, and I can have those precious moments, right, when they're young and they want us.
Yes.
So I am truly enjoying that. Meanwhile, I'm also trying to get into the new virtualness of COVID, right? So I believe that it might stay for longer than we are thinking, and we might have to accept that rather than resisting it. Because
Mhm.
the more we resist it, the more frustration it will bring us.
Exactly.
Rather than being frustrated, I want to think on positive note. I want to learn about how to get the most and get the most connections with my artist friend, with my non-artist friend, with my families and friends, right? So still be connected, be thankful about what we are doing, and preparing for the projects which can be executed. And also, instead of just the execution, I feel that they are more than ever required.
mm,
Right now, the murals that connect with the community, who gives every day the person who is passing and sees something, and it might, the person who is maybe sad or something has happened or something, at least those colors might give them some positive message
yes,
for even a few minutes. That serves my purpose.
yes,
That serves my purpose as an artist. So that's how I'm trying to understand. So in the local community in Toronto, in Burlington, and many GTA areas, I've been trying to get work on a few summer projects.
mm,
I have applied for various grants, and I've worked on few things. Few of them I've also they have been finalized. So I'll be working on those murals in the summer. So
perfect.
we'll be starting mostly in April. Yeah. So there are some good news is that I'll be working on, and there will be multiple murals that I'm planning to work on. And soon, what my thought is, I want to go ahead and be involved with the youth, because there's no use if we don't are not able to share our experience with youth of our community, right? So that's what my future plan is. I want to work with youth. I want to share my thoughts. I want to involve them and understand from there.
Yes,
You won't believe how intelligent, how fast they are, and how much they can teach us,
yes,
right?
it's true.
So
It's true.
that's
I really love to work with you too, and the kids, and that's one of my purpose as well as an artist, as a creator. And yeah, you're learning every day because they are more fresh. They have a new visions, and
oh yeah,
also they are
right,
more
right.
soft and yeah, it's a new generation. So we have to building base as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
Every
it's a
day,
good team. If we
yes,
combine, we are a good team. We can share our experience, and they share their creativity, their spontaneity, like what they have. So
yes,
that's what my thought is to go
yeah.
ahead with.
Well, I really wish you the best, as always. And I really appreciate all your time and the time we spent together now. And I'm so grateful we can connecting and keep connect. So please keep me update and what do you do and all your art. And we have to talk again another moment, another time, and keep doing this program to to our community to keep connecting. So thank you so much, Conan. I don't want to borrow too much time. If you have something to you want to add or something maybe we didn't talk about, please tell me. And
Just please keep doing this, Janice. You are doing amazing. The name itself, we should talk, is so precise. We should talk, actually. So thank you so much for having me. I really feel so light that I was able to talk my heart out. And I feel so good that I connected with you and shared what I have been thinking, what I'm planning, and what I have done. So just be thankful of the past and thankful of the future. I think it's good to connect, and you're doing amazing series. It's really good. So thank you so much, Janice. Thank you
thank you
so much.
so much, dear. Thank you, thank you for being here. And